The office smelled of coffee and old paper, the kind of place where time moved slowly, but expectations were always high. For 5 long years, I had given everything to that company. I arrived before everyone else, left after the lights were turned off, and handled responsibilities far beyond my job title. I missed family dinners, skipped vacations, and sacrificed weekends, all because I believed hard work would eventually be rewarded. The company belonged to my wife's father. He was not just my boss, but family, which made me trust him even more. He often praised my dedication in front of others, saying things like, "You are the backbone of this office." I believed him. I thought loyalty mattered. Then one Monday morning, everything changed. We were called into the conference room for an announcement. My heart was racing, because I had been told earlier that a promotion was coming up, one I had clearly earned. I had trained new employees, increased profits, and even fixed problems others were afraid to touch. As my boss stood up, smiling proudly, I was already imagining the relief I would feel when my efforts were finally recognized. Instead, he said, "I'm happy to announce that the promotion goes to Jack." Jack, his nephew, a boy who had joined the company just 3 months ago. For a moment, I thought it was a joke. I looked around the room waiting for laughter, but no one smiled. Jack looked shocked himself, then quickly pleased. My boss patted him on the back while everyone else clapped politely. My chest felt heavy, but my face stayed calm. I went back to my desk, opened my laptop, and stared at the screen. 5 years of loyalty flashed before my eyes. I realized something very clear. This place would never truly be mine, no matter how much I gave. Blood mattered more than effort. That afternoon, I typed my resignation letter. No anger, no complaints, just a simple, respectful goodbye. When I handed it to my boss, I smiled and said, "Congrats to Jack, I wish him the best." He looked confused, but took the letter. An hour later, he stormed out of his office, his face red with anger. "Is this a joke?" he shouted, waving the paper. "You're quitting? After everything I've done for you?" I stayed calm. "After everything I've done," I replied softly. He yelled about loyalty, about family, about how I was being ungrateful. But for the first time, I didn't feel small. I felt free. I left the company that day with nothing but my self-respect. The next year was hard. I struggled financially, faced rejection, and doubted myself more times than I can count. But I kept going. I started small, using the skills I had learned over those 5 years. Slowly, opportunities came. Clients trusted me. My work spoke for itself. 3 years later, I owned my own successful business. One afternoon, my phone rang. It was my former boss. His company was failing. Jack had quit. He wanted my help. I smiled, remembering the day I had handed him that letter. "Sorry," I said politely. "I've moved on." Sometimes walking away isn't losing. Sometimes it's the moment you finally win.